I am gonna analyze the most twisted and satanic language, English. I am gonna go over a bunch of words and I'll explain to you where they come from, what the original meaning was, and why the meaning changed, or more so, who changed it. As you will see, oftentimes, the original meaning of these words was twisted upside down. And at this point, it pretty much means the opposite of what it used to mean in a lot of cases. And you have to ask yourself, how can this happen? Imagine if a whole village is using a language and for whatever reason, they would decide to change the meaning of some words. Slowly. They meet now, they discuss the topic, and then they discuss what meaning these words should have now. What should we change the meaning to? Would any of them say, let's change the meaning to the opposite of what it means? No, that would confuse everybody. The language would make no sense. Nobody would ever do that. It's impossible. Nobody would think of that, and it also wouldn't happen naturally, so to speak. As in, you're just living and using the words, and somehow you twist them upside down, and it means the opposite. It cannot happen. You wouldn't even change the meaning at all. There would be no such gathering. I hope that you realized what I mean. It's clear that the only way that the meaning could actually change is if a new order would be created. It's the only way. And people who want to twist your life around, turn it upside down, those people would really benefit from this kind of an order. And at the end of this video, you will understand who these people are, what actually happened to a lot of languages, English being the most twisted one. Let's start with my favorite one, wild. Wild always simply used to mean natural, and it comes from self-willed. What does self-willed mean? Self-willed simply means natural. When you do whatever you want to do in your everyday life, which is your life in nature, every day of your life, always, no exceptions, you do exactly what you want to do. I understand that this kind of a life is unimaginable for a slave, because a slave only does whatever he wants to do less than 10% of the time. And even then, is it really what you want to do, or are you imitating what you really want to do? It's very rare that a slave actually does what he or she wants to do. But in nature, it's your whole life. And that's why life in nature feels like heaven, because this is heaven. And when you do what you want to do as a wild animal, then of course you feel as if you're in heaven. This was of course turned upside down, and now wild, natural means uncivilized, which makes sense because it goes against the civilization. A wild animal who does whatever he wants to do doesn't belong in this civilization, because an animal like that cannot survive here, or you could say that it will be other people stopping him from living the way he wants to. Of course he could, but when you see a wild animal, or a wild human also, then they will seem uncivilized, dangerous. That's what I wrote here. You understand what I mean. That's why generally you're told that you shouldn't go to nature, and that natural beings, wild beings, are dangerous. They are dirty. They have the earth on them, which is not dirt whatsoever. The earth is actually absolute cleanliness, but everything is twisted upside down. You don't understand that. You think that the dirt is the earth, and something clean is a toxic chemical that you put on your body, because your life has been twisted upside down. You don't understand it. You believe that wild is bad. Wild is the best word you can use, so to speak. It's a huge compliment. When you call somebody wild, you're giving them the best compliment ever. When you call somebody natural, self-willed, a man, a woman who just does whatever he wants to do. All right, let's continue.